What's good, champions? It's your man, Arian, Tyson. I want to ask you a question. Feel free to like, comment, and share this video. I want to ask you a question. Does greatness require sacrifice? And it sounds like it's a simple answer to that. But here's why I ask that question. Because I hear a lot of people, I see a lot of people on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, talking about they want to be great. You hear it on television, you hear it in sports, you hear it in the online business world. But here's what I've discovered. My response to the question, does greatness require sacrifice, is an emphatic yes, it does. Here's why. In my opinion, greatness is the bridge between being simply interested in something and being fully committed to something. It is the bridge. It is what bridges the gaps. It is what bridges the gap. It is what separates the contenders from the pretenders. You have to be willing to sacrifice something in order to get something greater. I've often heard it said that greatness never goes on discount. And in the process of doing that, greatness sacrifices being comfortable in order to launch into the deep, in order to do what's uncomfortable. Great people don't believe in having a comfort zone. Great people realize that in order to get to that phenomenal stage, greatness is the bridge in between being good at something and being phenomenal at something. You have to be willing to sacrifice something to get something greater. You have to be willing to. And if you don't, nothing will change. Everything will stay the same. Or if you keep doing the same thing, in some cases, it'll get predominantly worse. So you have to be willing to sacrifice. If you want to be great at something, you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? Or what are you willing to cut back on in order to receive something greater? In order to unlock your potential, you got to be willing to sacrifice something. No true victory comes without a sacrifice. Whether it's you putting in extra work at the gym, if you are a professional athlete, or whether you're trying to lose weight and you cut back on your calories, or you spend more time in the gym, you're sacrificing something, because in the process of doing that, you're cutting back on sitting in front of the TV. And cutting back on the TV, you elect to pick up a book or listen to personal development or become more active. So everything in life requires some type of sacrifice. Any great thing in life requires some type of sacrifice. The question is, what are you willing to sacrifice to unlock the greatness that's within you? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? And what are you willing to invest into? That's what I ask you. And I want to hear back from you. Because when it all boils down to it, if you're not willing to give up something, when you give up something, it should hurt a little bit. And in some cases, depending on what you give up in the beginning, it may make you even cry. But one thing I know, and I'm a firm believer of, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not strong enough. So in addition to asking yourself, what's your why? In order for you to become great, what are you willing to sacrifice? You got to give up something to get something greater. And understand that what you're giving up, that temporary setback can set you up for a long-term comeback. It will help you get closer and closer to your legacy. But you got to make the decision. And you have to have the will to act. If you got value from this video, feel free to like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. In life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.